Hello and welcome. My name's Miriam Phillips. I'm the programme leader of the undergraduate journalism programmes, and I'm very proud to talk to you today about our newly launched BA Hons Multimedia Sports Journalism. Now, we have been running the sister course, BAMMJ, which is Multimedia Journalism, for 26 years, so next year will be our 27th year, and we're very, very proud of our course. I have to declare right now that I am a BAMMJ graduate myself, and I left, and I've worked in the industry for a number of years doing different things, and then I wanted to come back, so I'm back teaching and leading this programme, and I'm so proud to be a BAMMJ, and for some of those reasons I'm going to talk through now. So our course is very prestigious in the industry. We think it's one of the best ways you can train and really ground yourself in all the skills that you need to be a journalist. It's fast-paced. Journalism is fast-paced, so we need to be that to reflect that. Our key area of studies are listed here, but I'll just go through a few. So you will learn to be a multimedia journalist. So that means you'll do TV, you'll do radio, you'll do podcasting, you'll do online and social, the whole lot. That might mean that you might leave and end up being a journalist in one of those areas, or it might mean that you can go into a job where you'll do all of those skills, which is very current in the industry and something that's really important to train in. We do lots around, of course, news writing and storytelling, mobile journalism, really important about fact-checking and verification. You'll learn about journalism ethics and developing yourself as a responsible journalist, which is really, really important. Media law and regulation, public affairs and politics, presenting skills, and the all-important professional qualification. Now, when you start on the degree, you will be taught alongside the multimedia journalism students. Now, the whole way through your 3 years, you have the opportunity to opt for sports packages the whole way through, from news days to your individual packages. There'll also be elements where there will be units that are just for you in the level 5. But the level 4 is a very foundational year, and that's where we teach the basics of being a journalist. And those storytelling skills don't really change. The way we present them, they change, but the core foundations of journalists will stay the same. But having said that, you will have your chance to specialise in the sports, and you'll be getting involved reporting on lots of sports in your own time as well. So why study at Bournemouth? So Bournemouth is a brilliant place to be. It's lovely, we're by the beach, and it's great social life, so that's one thing that's really got going for it. At BU specifically for journalism, so we produce news broadcasts in our professional TV studios, which I'll show you shortly. We design magazines and newspapers, we film TV news packages. You're interviewing members of the public from week 3, so we will really get your confidence up in interviewing people. You'll become a graduate equipped in sports and a convergence specialist who will be able to be agile and respond to industry behaviours and new technology. You can learn from loads of our professional alumni as well as our teaching team. We're predominantly professional journalists ourselves, so we all bring different skills to the mix. You can take advantage of BU's partnership with AFC Bournemouth, which is something I know that you'll probably be interested in. So therefore we can go and report live on the games. We get to go to the press conferences and interview the players and do profiles. And not only that in the first team, but we're really involved with the women's teams, and there's lots of the youth opportunities to go and report on, learn match day commentary, as well as things like badminton and tennis, athletics, all of those sports in the spectrum that we cover at BU, but also is covered more widely in our community. We can help get you involved with those teams, and we would expect you to be reporting on those things at the weekends in your own time as well. You'll make really invaluable industry connections during your time on BAMMJ. You will either do the more standard 4-week placement, and 2 weeks of those need to be in broadcast, and we have placement teams to help you. Or you might aim for the 30-week work placement, which is like a year out, and that will make your degree a 4-year degree. As well as that, we do have placement opportunities abroad, which I'll go through. BU is also ranked amongst the top 10 best UK universities for journalism, publishing and PR, and that's in the 2021 league tables in The Guardian. So really proud of that. So I'll stop talking for a moment and just let you watch this video. And this is our BAMMJ students, because obviously you will be the first year of sports going through. And this is just a little sneak peek of our studios and some of our live events.
Stand by, they're going live in studio. Right, we've got 2 minutes.
Event. I'll show you what they're doing up there, how complex their operation is.
A bunch of industry professionals and veterans who had many years' experience under their belt.
So when we think we're secure, we're often not.
I did have video experience already. I had my shorthand, had my law, had my public affairs, had all the basics, and then some.
Good afternoon, you are listening to Burst Radio with Jess and Leanne.
Today we'll be talking about the legacy left by London 2012 Olympic Games and looking at the run-up to Rio 2016.
All police are trying to stop the people from migrating by sea and boats because it's dangerous for life.
We've had news reach us that Trump has secured the states of Kentucky and Indiana.
They didn't shoehorn you into one specific thing just because it was their interest. They would help you with whatever you wanted to do and whatever you were passionate about.
The landscape has changed, so we're not the same as we were in what I consider the glory days of the FA Cup, 70s, 80s.
So many different opportunities: media production, radio production, TV production.
Absolutely no chances.
I hope that gave you a good insight into the course and our facilities, and it's always really interesting for students to see some of the opportunities that they can get involved with. So going on to accrediting bodies. So this is so important, and it's an area that I've managed over the last 4 or 5 years for the journalism programmes. The new BAMMJ Sports Journalism course is accredited by the NCTJ and the PPA. So the PPA look after the magazine side of things, and the NCTJ accreditation we've got is really important to us because that means that you study for your professional diploma in journalism throughout your time on the course, and then hopefully when you leave you will get the gold standard, which is 100 words per minute shorthand plus A to C in the grades, and that in itself is a level 5 diploma that you'll go into the industry with. That's your first rung of your professional exams in journalism, and that's really highly desirable for employment. So we really hope that all of our students come out with their diploma or parts of the diploma in some cases. I really would urge you, as a journalist myself and someone who has recruited lots of journalists, do look at the accreditations around journalism courses, because it is really, really important. Whether it's this course or another one, it's so important that you get that accreditation that's really so well respected by the industry. Our course wins lots of awards, so obviously you're going to be the first year of the sports journalism, so we haven't gone through that yet. However, our graduates and our students every year win lots of awards, and we're so proud of that. Here's just a small example of some of the ones that I've pulled from social media. There's Jasper Taylor there with the Journalism Award. We've got BJTC Awards for radio. We have there's the Student Radio Awards, the NUJ Awards over there. So much going on, and we're really, really proud of the work that our students do, and we really encourage them to go for those awards that will really help kickstart their careers. Even in this COVID year, so in the last 18 months, we've won the BJTC Best TV News Day for our work the year before last, and we were so proud of that because it's a really important one for us whilst we're doing lots of intense news days. And just recently, 2 of our students have been nominated in the Independent Radio News Awards for the best student packages for their final year major projects. So during your time at BU, we asked you to get involved with Nerve. So Nerve is our student media platform, and there's lots of opportunities and there's lots of social events. On the right there, you can see one of the Nerve meetings where everyone's coming up with ideas and joining different clubs. There's a magazine. I'm just going to go through some of the opportunities there. So there's magazine, radio, TV and sport. Sport's newly formed there. And they also have tickets for AFC Bournemouth, so you can go and report on the games, you can interview players. We're also covering lots of other community events, so that's really important to us. During your time at BU, throughout your 3 years, you'll be writing for Buzz News, which is our journalism platform that you can see here. That feeds into Nerve News, but also that's a place that you can write all your own news, your assessments on there. There's lots of opportunities we've set up in the community for whether you're covering sailing or badminton or football. That's the place where you can get your name there. That's the place where you can report and use all the Buzz social medias too. Frankie's just graduating this year, and I thought I'd add his social media post here on Twitter where he's saying that some of his highlights with Nerve Sport. He's obviously been able to be in the same room as Eddie Howe, Rafa Benitez, as a member of the press, and he's incredibly proud of that. And here's some of his pictures for there. He's then handing over to Andy Jones and Ollie, who will take some of those jobs over this year, and we very much learned from the previous years. As well as the opportunities we have weekly at AFC Bournemouth, we also have internships that the club offer, and we help promote those to our students, one on video and one as a multimedia sports journalist, and those people will actually work within their teams as interns, and we really encourage that. What's the course content? So there's lots of assessment during the course. You'll have things like practical Newsday teamwork, you'll have individual work on Newsdays, you'll have things like press conference class tests, you'll have creating individual journalism projects in TV, radio and online, as well as some of the theoretical units and the things like public affairs and media law, where you might have essays or time-restrained assignments. And in your final year, you have your dissertation research project, which we hope will be around a journalism subject. I'm going to give you just a slight overview of each year without giving you too much information. But in level 4, this is your first year. You'll get your work published pretty much in your first few weeks. You're reporting on your own patch or club in the community. You'll learn media law and public affairs, as well as all your foundation skills in news and storytelling. You'll learn how to research, interview and write stories, which is the most important fundamentals of how to be a journalist, and that's something you'll do from day one. You'll learn TV, radio and online, how to work with data, digital journalism and publishing on multiple platforms, as well as how to research, and of course you'll get started with shorthand. In level 5, you'll progress as a multimedia journalist. You'll make lots of TV and radio documentaries. You'll report on your own patch, TV and radio news days throughout. You'll have the specialist units in level 5, so that will be sports world, and that will cover lots of different areas of the sport industry as well as match commentating. You'll look at studying global current affairs. You'll look at photojournalism, entrepreneurial journalism, which is really important in this day and age, and as well as that, shorthand and all your other NCTJ diploma skills. You can see us there. We're in one of the radio newsrooms there with some of the students, and there's myself and my colleague Andy in the background. It's really important as well that all of your skills are used in a mobile way, so throughout your 3 years you'll do lots of mobile reporting. Going on to your final year, so level 6, you'll showcase major journalism projects in TV, radio, online or print. You'll embark on a research project for your dissertation. You'll work as part of a team for 3 weeks of multimedia news days in TV and radio studios. You'll take part in the professional perspectives unit, where you meet a series of industry masters such as Channel 4's Jon Snow, and you discuss things like ethical challenges. You'll learn from experiences they've had, but also be able to put that into your own reporting skills and really develop yourself as a journalist there. There's also the Journalism Careers Forum, so you get to meet lots of former BAMMJs, graduates, and network and really make those, really important relationships that will help you in industry. And you can also take part in the Alumni Journalism Mentoring Scheme, so you have one-on-one mentoring with someone who's relevant to you. I talked about the major project, but this is your chance to really showcase who you are as a journalist. This can be your documentary or your print, or however, whatever you choose to go down. This is where you really say, this is what I want to do, and lots of these projects go on to win awards, but also really importantly help you get that step into the industry. I talked about placements. Here's a couple of our students here, Georgie and Neve at ITV, but it's really, really important that you start thinking about where you would want to go for your placement. We do have a placement team that will help you there, and there's also an opportunity to study abroad, where we have links with lots of universities in different countries. So if that's something you'd like to do, it's worth researching that further online. So we absolutely love our team hosting big journalism events. So this is the last UK election. You can see this team is made up of students from journalism, from TV production, from politics and English, who all came together to put on a brilliant round-the-clock rolling event where we had live guests and interviews in the TV studios, the radio studios, in online and social. We had so much going on. It's a great experience all round. We also did a question time style event, so we had prospective MPs there, and they were all interviewed, and we had fact checkers checking what they were saying, and it was a brilliant experience. You can see just that picture there of the students working in the TV studios to get a flavour of what that looks like. Every year we hold a yearly journalism awards night, and we're very proud of this. So this is where we come together to celebrate the best of student work. There's prizes, there's live voting. We hope it's a black tie event and we all get dressed up for it. And then every year we also invite alumni to come. So they will be inducted into our Hall of Fame. And this year was De Graaf Mensa, who's the presenter at BBC Newsround and also BBC One Extra. And he's done loads and loads of things in the industry and supported our students so well this year that we wanted to give him that extra award. So career prospects, there are probably more than I could fit on this slide, but I've just put some of the main ones where some of our students go. So we have great links with local publishers such as NewsQuest and also BBC and ITV. Lots of our students have gone on to work in all different places, predominantly in journalism, but also in PR maybe or research. So it's worth looking at some of those exit jobs and just see where people are going. But really, leaving a course like ours as a multimedia journalist really opens up so many doors for you. So just a couple of our graduates, because people always ask us this. So we've got Jasmine Taylor at Sky Sports News, Natalie Perks at BBC, and she's brilliant. Lawrence Barretto, who is Formula One reporter there, and Dave Ornstein, who is now at The Athletic, and you'll probably know him for his coverage around Arsenal. We're really lucky to be supported by all our graduates in so many different ways. So we're really proud of our graduates, where they are and that they come back and speak to us every year. So that's great. Once you leave, you become will be BAMMJ, or with you guys as well, it will be the Sports Journalism Club. And when you join that, that's great because that can really help you with networking, see when new jobs are coming up. And it's great because when you're a graduate from a course like ours, when you go for job interviews, it's really well known in the industry, so people know what kind of skill set you'll have, and that will be really beneficial to you. So we really welcome you as part of that club, and I am myself part of that, so I'd be, it's a really good selling point for our course. I'm just going to put a couple of channels here so you can follow us and see what we're up to. So the journalism channel that's run by myself and the team is at journalism_BU, and that's on Instagram and Twitter. And then we've got Buzz News, which is run by our students, and that showcases lots of the work through the year. And that's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, as well as quite a lot of other social channels. But have a look for that, and our website, so you can see some of the student work, some of the examples of the things that you could be working on, is buzz.bournemouth.ac.uk. So I've given you a good flavour there. I'm sure you've probably got extra questions. There is questions about BU, so if you follow those links down there, you can get in touch to ask various questions. If you'd like to speak to me, or if you've got any questions that you leave this thinking, I'd really like to know the answer, please do feel free to give me a call or email to get in touch. Thank you so much for listening today. I really hope you make the right choice about where you're going next, and if you come to us, we look forward to meeting you.